Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Chanchal. Good evening, students. So we will start in 2-3 minutes.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Samarth. So before start of the session, once again a reminder for this last week test. So tomorrow morning, before tomorrow morning, we'll get this course. Second thing, because I've started checking this answer sheet. Second important thing, in topper now, every time there is a reminder from our side. Then in topper, you have to write something. Means answer is best thing to write in topper comment box. Otherwise, you can mention this also. Okay, no? Answer in attached something you have to write, then only option is there to give you marks. Third point,
Okay, sir.
you can attach your PDF in topper also. You can attach your whatever PDF is there in topper also, as well as in Google Classroom, anywhere, because many students attach their PDF, or we can say this photos of an answer sheet, that particular answer in topper. So that is also one option. But because ultimately now marks should be ultimately you should get marks for solving questions. Correct. So let's start now. So see, from today's session now we'll see topic by topic, means exercise by exercise. So pair of linear equations in two variables. Today we'll try to understand first exercise, examples and questions. See, here is the first case. They have given one pair in which now one girl is there, her name is Akila. Okay, Akila is her name. See, she plays one game in which this ring is given, and what object she put in the ring, that is of customer, we can say, for that girl. And then one wheel is given, wheel for riding purpose. Correct. So some charges are given for the wheel, for riding on the giant wheel, and for playing this game. This game is called as Hoopla game. Hoopla. Okay. See, here is the case. Akila went to a fair in her village. She wanted to enjoy rides on giant wheel. Here is a giant wheel, and play Hoopla game. Okay. A game in which you throw a ring on the items kept in a stall. And if the ring covers any object completely, you get it. That is a simple game. The number of times she played. Now here is the main thing from this line. The number of times she played Hoopla game is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. Okay. See, many students face difficulty in this word problems, and main difficulty is to form the equation, because when you form the equation now, then you can easily solve. So now this is the, we can say, start of word problems. So carefully try to understand, because in next chapter linear equations, lots and lots of word problems are there. 3-4 exercises are there on word problems. In quadratic equation also word problems are there in the second and last exercise. So see, number of times she played Hoopla game, suppose, is half the number of times she ride on the giant wheel. So one important thing for word problem, we can make a note that we can start from, always we can start from end, or we can say from right hand side, or we can say from the end. So we can assume, see now, number of rides she had on the giant wheel, let be 4. Suppose let us take some value 4. So Hoopla game 2, because number of times she played Hoopla game is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. Suppose if you take 4, then 2. Suppose if you take 6, then simply 3, because Hoopla game is half of the number of time she had this ride on giant wheel. So half. So 4, 2, 6, 3. To the similar fashion, if you take x, then this will be x by 2. If you take number of rides on giant wheel x, so simply this will be x by 2. Hoopla game is half of the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. So we don't know exactly how many times she had this ride on giant wheel. So we take x to x by 2. And let the hoopla game be y be the number of times she had played this now plugin, y and number of times she had this ride on giant wheel x. So we can say we have the relation y equal to x by 2, y equal to x by 2. This is one important relation. Now after this, see, if each ride cost is given, if each ride cost rupees 3, ride means ride on giant wheel, ride means ride on giant wheel, cost rupees 3, and game of hoopla cost rupees 4. Each game means one game. One ride on giant wheel 3 rupees. One game hoopla game price is 4 rupees. How much you find? How would you find out the number of rides she had and how many times she played hoopla game? Number of rides we have to find. Number of rides means x value actually, because we have taken number of rides on giant wheel as x. So x is question mark. We have to find, and number of times she played hoopla game is y equal to question mark. Provided she spent rupees 20, means she spent rupees 20 on this now both playing hoopla game and playing means riding playing hoopla game and riding giant wheel. Correct. Now we have to find the values of x and y. So let us start. So this is the one question which we need to solve. So what is the equation actually? The equation will be first one hoopla game. Whatever things now we have to find that we can take as variables, unknown variables x and y. So let us take hoopla game is y, number of times she played hoopla game y, and here we can say this is y, and riding on giant will be x. So we can write let the number of times she ride on giant wheel bx and number of times she means that girl Akila, she ride on, she played hoopla game. 1 second. She played hoopla game. Okay. Hoopla game by. Now we can form the equation. We can write ATQ means according to question. Number of times she played hoopla game is half of the number of times she ride on the giant wheel. So we can start with from the end. That is the, we can say one understanding. So y x we will take, so this is y equal to x by 2 because giant wheel x times she has she ride on the giant wheel x times. So number of times she played hoopla game will be half of that value x by 2. So y equal to x by 2. This is equation 1. Second equation, if each ride means ride on giant wheel is rupees 3 and hoopla game one time price is rupees 4. How to find? Okay, number of rides means x value we have to find, and number of times she played hoopla game means y value we have to find. If she spent rupees 20, she spent rupees 20 means she had only 20 rupees for both the game and for riding purpose. So what is the equation? See, x time she had ride on giant wheel, so total cost will be 3x because one time ride is 3, so x time ride 3x plus one time playing this hoopla game is 4 rupees. Y time she played, we have assumed this y, 4y equal to this value 20 because Total cost will be 20. Total cost will be 20. So one time she paid this no plug-in price is rupees 4. Y time she paid Y 4Y. And one time riding on giant wheel rupees 3. To X time she ride, we have assumed X time. So 3X. And total she paid 20 rupees. So we write 20 equal to 20. This is basic 2 equations. Now we can solve to get the values of X and Y. So try yourself and let me know the answer. You can message me in chat. So right, or you can speak also. So what is the value of Y and X? So these are equations are important. Once we get the equations, we can easily.
Sir, I got y equals to 2
Okay.
and hence x equals to 4.
Y equal to 2. X equal to 4.
X equals to 4.
Correct. Because if you put 4 here, 4 by 2, 2. In second equation also we can check. In any one of the equation, we can check the values of X and Y. So X was 4. 4 3 are 12. 4 3 are 12. Plus Y is 2. 4 2 are 20. Correct. Means left hand side equal to right hand side. Means correct. So right. Means she had this ride on giant wheel 4 times and she played Hoopla game 2 times. Correct. So what is the method of solving? Just we can use substitution method. So we can write here from 1 into means from equation 1 and equation 2 we get just y value will put x by 2 in the second equation. 3x will be as it is plus 4 y we can put x by 2, y we can put x by 2 equal to 20. So this will be 2 and 3x plus 2x 5x equal to 20, x equal to 4, x equal to 4 is the value, x equal to 4 we got, and then once again we'll put x value 4 in the first equation to get the value of y. Hence y equal to x by 2 equal to 4 by 2 equal to 2. Hence we can say y equal to 2. So these are the values of x and y which we have to find. Now we can write hence number of times she ride on giant wheel equal to 4, not to 4, and number of times she played Hoopla game equal to 2, half of the ride on giant wheel. So any doubt you can ask, otherwise you can make the solution. Then we'll see. Next part. See one thing important here. Same example 1 says, let us take the example of given in section 3.1. This was section 3.1, what we have just solved. Akila goes to a fair with rupees 20. Okay, 20 we have taken same value and wants to have rides on giant wheel and play Hoopla game. Okay. So represent this situation algebraically and graphically, means symmetrically. So just now we have solved algebraically, means algebra means in simple equation. These are representation. These are representation. These are, we can say, representation. These are representation algebraically of these equations. They represent the situation algebraically, means algebraically we have represented. This is the answer. And now second part is we have to represent graphically also. Graphically means we have to draw a graph also. So we'll see this part how we can draw the graph. Draw the graph means actually a straight line will come because we have linear equation, because degree of x is 1 and degree of y is also 1. So we get linear, these are linear equations, and from that we have linear graph, that is a straight line. Fine. So we have just now solved algebraically, and for representing, say represent this situation algebraically. So these are only representation part. This much if we write, then your representation is complete, or we can say we have represented algebraically. Algebraically means with the help of algebra or simple equation in terms of x and y. Simple equation x and y. This is the representation, and then we have solved also. Solving means to get the values of x and y. So x we got 4 and y 2. X was number of times she ride on giant wheel, that is 4 times, and y was number of times she played hoop game, that is 2 times. Now second part of this question is more important, that we have to solve this graphically. Graphically means with the help of, we can say, graph. Graph will be straight line only. Graph means the graph of the, we can say, linear equation. So now let's see graphically. First equation was y equal to x by 2. Before solving graphically, we can write here algebraic solution. We can say. So these are first two. This one I put this bracket. So these are algebraic representation. Till this much, and later we have solved also. Below this we have solved also to get the values of x and y. Now we'll see. Represent means here we can also represent graphically, and we can also try to find the value. This was one equation, y equal to x by 2. So equation 1. We can draw one table to get the values of x and y. Two values are only required, because for drawing a straight line we need only 2 points. Just we have to join 2 points, and then we can extend go the direction. We will take x, y. So x value we can take, suppose one value 0. So 0 by 2, 0. Easiest value is 0. 0 by 2 will be 0. Y is also 0. Then we can take value 2. Let us take value 2. 2 into, put the value 2 in x. 2 by 2, 1. So y will be 1. Okay, we got the 2 points. Now second equation was cost of this ride was 3 rupees. Here it is 3 rupees per this ride on giant wheel. Here it is given 3 rupees, and for playing hoop game 4 rupees. And total she spent 20 rupees. So based on that we have the equation 3x plus 4y equal to 20. Because number of times she had ride on giant wheel x time, because we don't know exact number of times, and one ride 3 rupees. The total cost on giant wheel is 3x. One time playing of hoop game 4 rupees. Number of times she played, we have assumed y. So 4y is the cost for playing that hoop game. Total cost we can say. So we can add to get 20 rupees because she spent 20 rupees. This is question 2. Now once again we can draw the table for this second equation. Again same with x and y. You all can also try from your end, from your side, to draw the graph. First time we'll take x value 0, put x value 0 here, to 0 into 3 0. So y will be 4y equal to 20. 4y equal to 20, so y will be 5. Y will be 5. Then we can take, so we have to take x and y value such that we have integer value, means not in decimal. Proper value if we get now, then it is more easier. No. Can someone please? I'm waiting. I have not got any notification. One second. So what second value we can take for this x, so that we have y proper value, or we can see integer. X value we can take, okay. X value we can take 4. If you take x value 4 here, so 4 3s are 12. 4 3s are 12, and this now y will, so you can write this 4 3s are 12 plus 4y equal to 20. So 4y equal to 20 minus 12, 8. So y will be 2, correct? So y is 2. So these two values we get. And let us assume this value as a, or we can plot these values on graph paper. Fine, no problem. Now we have two values from both the equations. Now we can slowly draw the graph. Origin x, y, X here positive, we write positive, Y positive, so positive, and here values is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now X value first is 0, 0. So 0, 0 is this value, same value. 0, 0 will be this one only. Now second value is 2, 1. 2, 1. X first, then Y. 2, 1. This is value 2, 1. What is the process then? We'll join both the points and extend in both the directions. That is the process for obtaining one line. We'll join these 2 points, and then we can use scale to join these 2 points, and then we can extend in both the direction. So this line we got from first equation, y equal to x by 2. Y equal to x by 2. We can also name this as points as A and B. These are C and D. So this is A point 0, 0. This is B point 2, 1. Now we can try to draw a line for second equation. This is, we can say, line 1. Now we can draw for second line. So let this be, say, second is C, D. C is 0, 5. X0, Y is 5. Okay, so X0, Y 5 will be somewhere like here. Y 5 means it will go up, and here it will be somewhere like here 5. So X0, Y 5 will be somewhere like here, C point, and 4, 2 means X4, first X then Y. X0, Y 5 will be here, X4, Y 2, 4 and Y 2. Actually now 4, 2 will lie here itself, if you see carefully. So this is 4, 2, this vertical line 4. From this 4, from x-axis, this 4 we will draw perpendicular line from to horizontal line. This is D point 4, 2. We will join these 2 points, and then we can extend in both directions. So this line we got from second equation. We write second equation here, 3x plus 4y equal to 20. 3x plus 4y equal to 20. So this is the required point. We can say this was point D, this was point C, 0, 5, and this is point D, 4, 2. So this 4, 2 is the only solution point, because this will lie on both the lines. This will lie on both the lines, line 1 and line 2. We can check also, see how this will lie, because if you take one point, x value 4, you put x value 4 here, so y will be 4 by 2, 2. Same. So this is same, both are same. That means this is the only, we can say, solution point, and the intersection point will give us the solution value. Hence x equal to 4, y equal to 2 are the, we can say, solution. Okay. X equal to 4, y equal to 2 are the solution values for both the equations, or we can say both the linear equations. X means number of times she ride on giant wheel is 4 times, and number of times she played hoopla game is 2 times, because that was y. So this is the intersection point with the solution value. Just we have to draw the graph, and the point of intersection will give us the solution value. And one more thing here, where this graph, just we have to make one important point is here this line, because this we can say this line 2, first one is line 1. So we have to make one important important point will be the line cutting x and y axis. Here this cutting x axis at 0, 0. It will not 0, 0 means both x and y axis 0, 0. For this line it is this the meeting y axis at 5 means 0, 5. second line means for this equation. So where this will meet x-axis, that point is also important. So for meeting at x-axis, we can put y0 because at x-axis y0, at x-axis y coordinate is 0. Suppose here it meets, suppose this is 6, so y will be 0. So for obtaining this now, where this graph will meet x-axis, second line L2, we can put y0. If you take this y0, this term will be 0, x will be 20 by 3. So this graph will cut this x-axis means at 20 by 3 means 6.33. Just you have to know the values and we can make the graph accordingly. Also make this the margin with the help of scale only, proper one. Correct. So x and y are the number of times she had this thing. Ride on this x is number of rides she had on giant wheel, y is number of times she played with again. Correct. So these are the main values where the line is meeting x and y axis. Correct. One more thing here. Now we have drawn the graph. So one small doubt here. From the equation, can we say, because we have three types of we can say solution. We have three types of solutions. We have three types of solution. So before starting off next question, what are the three types of solutions? See, let me explain once. So types of solution we have seen in our previous class. See, types of solutions means x and y values. Solution is x and y values of a linear equation, means pair of linear equation. Correct. So three type of solutions we have seen. One was if the two lines cut at one point. This is the solution point, and we name this as unique solution. Unique solution. Correct. Because two equations with pair of linear equations means two equations, we get two lines. Suppose this is line L1, line L2. Where the lines meet will give the solution point. This is the solution because main reason is this point will lie on both the lines. Because see, if you take any other point, that will not lie on both the lines. Suppose if you take this point, this will lie on line L1, not L2. If you take this point, this will lie on L2, not L1. This is the common point we can say that will be common for both L1 and L2. So it will be a solution point because solution point is values of x and y which will satisfy both the equations, means line equation 1 and equation 2 both. Second one was this type of lines. If you get two lines from two equations like this L1, L2, so they will never cut each other, they will never intersect each other. We can say no solution. No solution. And third was if lines coinciding each other, line this is line L1 and second line also lies on the same line.
Infinite solutions.
Good. Thank you for responding. So this is because it shows attentiveness. Because nowadays all of you are keeping video off. I'm also not seeing much. But this one, attention should be there. See, line L2, L1. So L2, L1 are coinciding on each other, right? Infinite many solutions. Because what is the reason behind this? Means solution is always meeting point or intersection points or meeting point of the lines. So they are actually all the points. These points are common, or we can say common point also. Here is only one common point. So one solution or unique solution. Here all the points are lying on both the lines. So these are all we can say common points. So many points are there. That's why infinite many solutions. Now we know this basic concept. Now main thing is how we can find, is there any method or we can say is any technique that now before drawing the graph, because these graphs take some time to draw. So my question is, before drawing these graphs, can you know we will get unique solution or infinite solution or no solution? So that technique we will learn now. Before solving only, we'll come to know that we have this the unique solution or infinite many solution or no solution. So what is the technique
So,
here? Say, sorry.
sir,
Yes.
if we get unique solution, then after we will draw the graph, right?
Not necessary. We'll draw for all the cases, but before drawing, if you know the answer, if you know the values, then it will be easier. Values means you'll know it will come as a unique solution, means graph will cut, means lines will cut, or they will be parallel, or they will coincide each other. They will know before drawing, before start drawing. So we have this in back of the mind. Okay, that kind of graph we will get. So what is the method here? See, normally now straight line, or we can say linear equations, means pair of linear equations in two variables is represented by ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Because we had in previous case we had two equations. First one was y equal to x by 2. So this we can write as ax. So x is a is 1 by 2 x, y will go this side, minus y equal to 0. So c will be 0. And second equation was 3 times 3 rupees for one time ride on giant wheel, x time ride 3x, 4 rupees for playing plugin, y time ship race, 4y is the total cost or price 20. So here now we have these two equations, 1 and equation 2. So a is 3, b is 4, c is not 20, c is minus 20. So we can represent this as in standard form 3x plus 4y minus 20 equal to 0. And here we can write 1 by 2x means half of x minus y minus 0 or plus 0 equal to 0. So these are the standard equation of representing equation 1 and equation 2. Correct. So let me write. The final equations we get, we have to obtain based on our standard case 1 and 2. So this is the first equation, you can say. So we can write a1 because now a1, b1, c1, because x, y will be there in both the equations. What is the main thing that will differentiate both the equation a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2 and c2? X, y are the general point on the lines, so x, y will be as it is. a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2, c2 are the differentiating values or different values. So please note the values. Means after this, the main thing is here for unique solution. First we write the two equations in standard form. Then result is for unique solution a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. For unique solution or one solution, or the lines will cut at one point. So that is the case. A1 by a2 not equal to, it will not be equal to b1 by b2. Now coming to this equation, because we have drawn our previous graph based on this equation. So this is the first we can say equation, and this is the second equation. A1 by a2, this is a1, so 1 by 2 by a1, this is a2 by 3. b1 by 2, let me write it. b1 is minus 1, b1 is minus 1, and b2 is 4. They are equal? Not equal, because this will be 1 by 6. 1 by 2 into 3 means 2 will come down. 1 by 6 not equal to minus 1 by 4. That means our condition is satisfied. That means unique solution. That means unique solutions. A1 by a2, first we'll convert pair of linear equations in standard form. Then we can check if a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by 2 means unique solution. This is the first case. Second one, for infinite many solutions, infinite many solutions, for infinite many solutions. See, infinite many solutions, how we can remember? I for infinite, and I is, we can say, one vowel, vowel are A, English vowels A, E, I, O, U. And here now we have I and E are adjacent. Logically, we have to remember everything. Double, triple time we have to. This now we can say means backup, or we can say more ways we can remember. Directly also we can remember that for infinite solution is the case A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2. One is to learn directly. Second, more is suitable is to learn, or we can say logically, that is I is infinite and I is, we can say, near to E. Means I is vowel and E is also vowel. A for equal. A for equal means all the terms will be equal. So A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2, all equal. All the values are equal, means ratios will be equal. A1 by 2 ratio is equal to B1 by 2 is equal to C1 by 2. So infinite many sources. I for infinite and I is for stands for vowel. E also vowel. EI are adjacent. E for equal. All the values will be equal. In case of we have infinite many solutions, we'll see in questions. This will also come. Infinite many solution also we had. So for infinite many solutions, graph will coincide. For infinite many solution, this type of graph will come. Line L1 and L2 both will coincide, or they will overlap on each other. So that is the graph. And now last case is no solution. For no solution, we can write. So before drawing now, we can check from these equations, these formulas. For no solutions, because no solution, single term, unique solution. Here also we can use solution term, not solutions. For unique solution, A1 by 2 not equal to, right. For unique solution, A1 by 2 not equal to B1 by 2. For infinite many solution, A1 by 2 equal to B1 by 2 equal to C1 by C2. Last one for no solution. See, for no
Sir,
solution.
there are no solutions for parallel, right? So
Correct.
it will be A1 by A2 equals to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2, I think.
Correct. See, how we can remember this one? See, for unique solution, we know A1 by 2 not equal to B1 by 2. For unique solution, we know A1 by 2 not equal to B1 by 2. So for remaining two solutions, that is for infinite solution and for no solution, infinite solution, no solution, this will be always be equal. This will be equal only because for unique solution we had A1 by 2 not equal to B1 by 2. So for remaining two solutions, infinite and no solution, this will be equal. And remaining value we can say is third value. So for infinite, this last value will be equal, and for no solution, last value means C1 by C2 will not be equal. This will be equal only because we have no solution, and this will not be equal. Correct. So we can check these values before solving the question, because we will know the graph will come. For this one, graph will be like this. Two lines will be there for two equations, and they will be parallel to each other. So before drawing only, if you know, then chances will be more that we draw correctly. For infinite many solution, these both the lines will coincide on each other, line L1 and L2. And for unique solution, they will intersect at one point. Correct. These are the main understanding. So try to this now make a notes of this values, this point. Then we'll see second question. No solution also, A1 by 2 equal to B1 by 2, and then third one, not we can remember not C equal to C1 by 2 by no means N for no, and no means not, so not equal to C1 by C2.
Okay, sir.
Noted. So these are main
Yes.
thing you can remember. Now coming to back to our question. So now we can solve second question. Second question is you all have to solve and let me know the answer. So from start to end, you can solve.
Sir,
Second
I can
question.
solve this. I can solve by myself.
Everyone you have to solve. Second question. See, Romalia went to a stationery shop and purchased two pencils and three razors, two pencils and three razors for ₹9. Okay. Her friend Sonali saw the new variety of pencils, okay, and erasers